Now this might be unlike anything you've ever heard before, but I'm going to reveal the steps I used to build a six-figure online business in record time. I remember sitting at my desk back in 2020, looking at my screen and seeing yet another failed dropshipping store. I had just lost thousands of dollars of money that wasn't even mine. Maybe you can relate, maybe you've tried the hot business models too, but let me save you years of frustration. After helping dozens of ambitious individuals to build profitable online businesses, here is something I came to realize. The reason why most people fail is because they're chasing the wrong opportunities. It's not because they're not smart enough or because they can't work hard. Most people over the world work extremely hard, but they will never be millionaires because hard work isn't the only thing that guarantees whether or not you succeed. There's so much more that goes into it. And the main thing is working on the right opportunity. You might think that just because you're starting a business, you can make lots of money with it. And while there is some truth to it, at the same time, not every business opportunity is created equal. And most business opportunities, things like dropshipping, crypto, affiliate marketing, when you are a beginner in business, they will just keep you spinning your wheels endlessly, but you won't be making more money by the end of it. And I know because I've been there. Now, since you've probably never seen me before, I'm Fred, and I went from making $0 per month as a lower middle class dude to making over $1,200 per day with my online business using a simple 4-step process. Now, I've put together a free video training that shows you exactly everything I did step by step so you can copy me. The link is in the description. And to thank you, when we get to 30,000 subs, I'll give away $2,000. Watch the video until the end, subscribe, and share with a friend to win. And I've spoken with hundreds of people who want to become financially free from all over the world, and I always hear the same stories. People invest lots of money in dropshipping, in the stock market, and their life is the same. They lost thousands for nothing because they invested in the wrong opportunities. So dropshipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, all of those are great business models in theory. They say, oh, it's got low startup costs. That's not even true. You need at least 5 to 10 grand if you want to test your ads and have enough money to cover all of the different costs. And then they say you need no inventory and it's passive income. Again, that is a lie. Sure, maybe there's no inventory, but that's the only real benefit. And it's not passive income when you're working over 60 hours a week on a failing dropshipping store. And so here's what the big YouTube gurus will not tell you. The competition is ruthless. The profit margins are extremely thin, 5 to 20% on average. And if you rely on paid ads, you get your ads blocked overnight by Facebook because they hate dropshippers, your business dies overnight. And what happened with the recent lockdowns might happen again. So what happens if you've got your dropshipping store and now you can't ship the products for weeks to people? Do you know the amount of refunds and angry customers you're gonna have? Do you know how much money you're gonna lose? I've known very successful dropshippers myself, and you might think, well, they have an amazing life, but what you don't see is that behind the scenes, these guys wake up every morning and they're scared, they're anxious, like they're shaking because they just open up their Facebook and they're so scared every single day that they will see that their ads have been deactivated, because it happens a lot more than you think. So all that time they spend worrying, being anxious, fixing problems in their business. It's time that they can't put into building the business, into growing it, scaling it, and having all the freedom that they wanted. So I had to learn this the hard way myself. I lost thousands of dollars and months, if not even years of my life with these business models. And I'm not the only one. Just the other week, in fact, I spoke with somebody who had invested over $15,000 in inventory for his Amazon FBA business. Do you want to know the result? All of that inventory, it's been sitting for months in Amazon's warehouse. No sales. The monthly storage fees are literally eating away at his profit margins. So if physical products aren't the answer, what about traditional investing? Surely that's the actual path to wealth then, right? That's what one of my customers thought. He came to me after following conventional wisdom for all of his life. He basically worked a regular 9-to-5 job earning a regular salary, and he invested diligently in the stock market every month for over a decade. And about 10 years later, at 47, he still wasn't financially free. Even with compound interest, his initial investment and his monthly investment wasn't big enough to actually providing enough returns to make him financially free and to allow him to quit his job. So what actually works? After years of failures, of trial and error, of losing thousands of dollars, and of literally seeing so many people have the same thing happen to them, I've devised a simple strategy anybody can use to go from $0 to $100,000 online as quickly as possible. All of that without having to worry about the hassle of selling physical products, dealing with customer support, shipping issues, etc. Or having to follow the slow conventional investing route. Because if you want to be wealthy now, not in 50 years down the line, you can't rely on traditional investments unless you had $1 million to invest from the get-go. But if you're watching this video, chances are it's not the case. Step 1. You want to find a painful problem to solve. I'm not talking about a mild inconvenience. I'm talking about a genuine pain that people are desperately looking to solve right now. Just think about this. People do not buy products or services. They buy solutions to their problems. And the more painful and the more urgent the problem, the more people are willing to pay for a solution. Weight loss is a perfect example. People aren't just mildly interested in losing weight, they're desperate for it. They won't try almost anything that promises results. Or take business owners who need more sales calls. The survival of their business and their life in general literally depends on talking to enough prospects. That is a painful problem they're eager to solve. The key is to look for painful problems where people are already spending money. You don't want to make the mistake of wanting to create demand. Instead, you want to tap into existing demand. One of the customers I worked with in the past was a corporate HR professional. She noticed lots of companies struggling with employee retention. So instead of creating some kind of generic offer, she positioned herself as the expert that could help tech companies to reduce their turnover by 40% in only 6 months. And within only 90 days of working with us, she signed 3 high-ticket customers for $4,000 each. That's $12,000 per month she's making, with over 90% profit margins, solving a specific problem for a specific market. But to make this work, you don't have to be some kind of HR professional with decades of corporate experience. Some of my customers, they got started, they've got no degrees. At first, they didn't even know what they wanted to sell, and they were still able to get their first clients within weeks sometimes. And for example, some of my customers, they do fitness coaching. They help people to lose weight, to get in shape. Some of my customers, they provide life coaching in general. Now the step after that is to create an irresistible offer around this problem. We don't want to create just any type of offer. Like I said, the offer needs to be irresistible and directly speak to the needs and the desires of your ideal customers. This isn't about being the cheapest option. It's about providing the most compelling solution. Your offer should be so good that it makes the decision to work with you a no-brainer. For example, for weight loss, don't just offer generic fitness coaching. Instead, help people to lose weight without having to spend hours in the gym or without having to count their calories or get rid of the foods that they love. For businesses who want to book more sales calls, don't just offer random marketing SEO services. Instead, help them to get an extra 20 sales calls with qualified leads per week. Specificity and results sell. And if you combine these two, you have an irresistible offer. Now the third step is to use social media content to attract your ideal customers. The thing about social media is that not only is it free advertising for businesses, but one piece of content can be viewed by an infinite number of people and of potential leads. Whereas if you just reach out to people manually, one message equals one message, but one video could reach 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, and even more than that. Meaning you do the effort once to make the video, and it doesn't take you more effort, more time, or more work for it to be shown to more potential customers. Now you don't want to just make random content, otherwise it's not going to work. You want to position yourself as the expert that can help people to solve their problems. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see beginners making is that they think they need to be on every platform right from the start. Now, let me tell you, unless you've got a crazy budget and a team to help you to do that, alone you will not be able to do it. When you see people like Alex Hormozy posting hundreds of pieces of content per week, if you're alone, most likely you won't be able to do it. But you want to make content that showcases your expertise, that speaks directly about the pains, the desires, the needs of your market. Show people you know what you're talking about. Show people you're the guy or the girl to help them. That's exactly what I'm doing in every single one of my YouTube videos, for example. I'm showing you I understand your frustrations. I've felt just like you with plenty of business models. And nowadays I found a method that works not only for me, but for literally hundreds of people from all over the world. I'm sharing a clear path to success. And I'm also demonstrating how I've been able to help others to achieve the same. I myself noticed a big shift in my reach, in my content, when I started to talk more about my personal story and to also include more proof. One format that's been working really well right now is when I just share my screen like on my webcam, and basically I show people some screenshots of how much money I've made, and I explain like these same kind of concepts I'm explaining to you right now. But I think that people really resonate with the authenticity in it. Now the fourth step is to master sales and pricing. This is where most people leave a lot of money on the table. They undercharge for their services because they lack the necessary confidence to charge a high ticket price. And they also charge for their time instead of charging based on the value that they provide to people. But remember this, people do not pay for your time. They pay for the transformation you provide. If you're helping somebody to lose weight they've been struggling with for over a decade, that's not worth $10 or even $100. That's priceless, and you can charge thousands for that. Can you imagine the positive impact you'll have on this person's life when you help them to fix the problem they've been struggling with ever since they were a child? And it's amazing because you get to make lots of money, you help people to fix painful problems, and these people, they're super grateful because you literally changed their lives. Now please, do not do $100 per hour coaching calls. It's going to burn you out and keep you broke. Instead, you want to create offers that deliver specific outcomes for your customers. Do not sell your time. That's not what people want. For example, one of my past customers, he was a fitness coach and he was charging $50 per session. So it was typically a 1-hour session on average. He was working 50 hours a week and after taxes, he was barely making ends meet. So we helped him to restructure his offer into a 90-day body transformation. And he started to price $3,000 for that. And at first, his initial reaction was to panic. He said, oh my God, nobody's gonna pay for that. But guess what people did? Because the value was extremely clear. So he went from earning around $2,500 per month to making over $10,000 per month in 90 days. Now the step after that is to choose your delivery model. You've got a few options here. You can do one-to-one coaching, group coaching, and done-for-you services. And let's say you don't think you have any knowledge that you can monetize. Let's say you also think you can't sell any services because you really think you've got no skills. You can still sell any service by leveraging remote contractors. And I know people who do this and who make multiple 7 figures per year. So if you think it's not a legitimate business model, have fun staying broke, while some people make millions with it. Now each of these models has its downsides and its advantages. For example, one-on-one coaching is the most expensive and it allows for more personalized attention to each and every single one of your customers, but it limits you severely in terms of how many people you can work with because you only have so many hours in a day. Past a certain level, you won't be able to scale. But again, I know some coaching offers who sell for close to $10,000 per month through one-on-one coaching. Now, group coaching allows you to work with multiple customers at the same time, which maximizes your impact and your income potential. And so far, it's been amazing. It helps other members to come up with ideas, so it's very, very beneficial. And then there's services, which you can deliver yourself or simply use remote contractors to deliver for you. The beauty of the internet is that you can leverage global talent. You can hire remote contractors anywhere in the world for reasonable rates that will provide incredible results for your customers, and then you get to keep most of the profit. And with our model, you never spend money out of pocket on a contractor. You only ever pay a contractor after you get paid by a customer, and that makes it essentially risk-free for you. Now let's put everything together. First, you want to find a painful problem you can solve. Then, you want to create an irresistible offer around it. You want to use strategic content and direct outreach to generate leads, price based on value, and choose a delivery method that makes the most sense for where you're at right now. And this is the exact formula I've used to build multiple 6-figure businesses online for myself and for my customers. So this approach is simple, yet effective. You don't need any inventory. You don't need $10,000 of startup capital. You don't need a degree. You don't need to worry about shipping or anything of the kind. And the best thing is, you don't have to wait for decades for the compound interest to work its magic, so you can be financially free, finally. That stuff is how you get rich young. And the best part is, you can start right now, regardless of your background or your experience. Everybody right now, yes, that includes you, has knowledge or skills that other people would happily pay for. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I've put together a free video training where I share with you everything I did step by step to scale my business to $1,200 per day with 90 to 95% profit margins. I literally give away all the secrets. And if you're serious about making more money and becoming financially free, right now I'm offering free strategy calls where together we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to $10,000 per month and beyond as quickly as possible. I will leave the links in the description, but be quick because our limited spots fill up extremely quickly. With that being said, I will see you on the other side.